Geezer Network, and this morning we just watched a very depressing film from Armenia, and I thought, well, it'd be nice if we critiqued some of that stuff we did with, what was her name again? Christine and Shirley, yeah. We're going to critique that, and I don't know exactly what to say, but I am just overly impressed with her ability to interview women, and they don't really get mad about it, see? So, what do you think about that? What do you think about your ability to get out there in the patio and talk to people and be in your element and interview people? See, like when you were talking to or Shirley, and they didn't get mad about anything, and they didn't threaten to sue you or punch you or do anything like that.
Well, I liked that film from Armenia. It was about the art of tightrope dancing. And these two old men said nobody was interested in it anymore. I was interested in it. And the young boy they showed that this one was training, he was sick, and right before he died, he said, he didn't even call me. Well, the kid had been with him a long time, and it was time for he died within a day or two. So, I don't think that was so bad for the kid not to call him. He'd been with him for years and years and years. And he said...
So what you're trying to say to me is that if you have a kid that doesn't call you for 20 years, it's okay. Is that right?
No, I'm just saying, he lives with you for 20 years. He doesn't call you when he gets sick. Get over it. You can't take him with you. Let the kid go.
Well, that's what I've always said, you know.
I just don't
If you try to take a child and so this is the way it's going to be now. Either shape up or ship out. They'll ship out. Oh, yeah, they'll ship out. No problem.
Well, the kid said when he was teaching him to tightrope dance, he'd say, do it this way. Don't do it that way. Do it this way. So the kid was glad to get a vacation.
I would think so.
I mean, my kid didn't call me today. What a way to go.
The guy was your age.
Yeah, I just say, bye, kids. So what if they don't call me? I raised them, didn't I? They know I'm their mother.
That's probably one of the reasons. Don't make me say this, okay? So anyway, getting back to this little short blurps that we did on here, I really enjoyed it. I don't know what to add here because some certain things I might say that would cause repercussions over a period of a short time.
Yeah, be careful what you say.
Yeah, be careful what I say because you know, some of these people might still be alive, you know, and you might want to sue me for something. I don't know. So again, people don't like the truth. Is what the fact of it is.
That's the truth from some old goat.
Oh,
you're not going to think it's the truth.
Wait a minute. Are you referring to me as an old goat?
Yes.
What happened? Yes. What happened to fart? I thought you liked the old fart better.
Goat, whatever. So what if your kid hasn't looked you up for 20 years? You probably did something to piss him off.
No, wait a minute.
Have you ever thought of that?
Are we going back to my first marriage when the two girls were born, 1960 and 1961, they never looked me up.
Well, what if they're...
I believe that's more than 20 years, too, unless I'm mistaken. So,
Well, it wasn't the girls' fault. They were just programmed to whatever.
well, they were told by their mother and their grandparents that I was dead.
Well, maybe you
And
were dead to them.
After going into court, they pretty much proved I was dead, you know, so I mean,
I don't feel,
what happened to DNA? I want to see some DNA evidence.
I don't feel one bit sorry for you.
I know you don't. You know it is.
My grandkids, I haven't seen them for years, but there's a reason. I don't sweat it. I mean, you find out that, well, for one thing, you got daughter-in-laws. Daughter-in-laws sometimes don't like mother-in-laws. Have you ever thought of that?
Well, I have thought that I wasn't too keen on my mother-in-law, you know. I mean, since she was telling the girls that I was dead.
True.
That's nice. And
She
then
probably said
then
that
the guy
worthless cuss. He stayed drunk all the time. I mean, you know, you don't know what her version is.
I was just out of college. I was
Well, you
working
could
my
be an
buns
alcoholic.
off.
You were probably a raging alcoholic. It went, you know, I've seen him. 14 years old, 10. They have their reasons. Just like Christine. What did I do? Your daughter that just visited here, your stepdaughter. I said, oh, I'm going to ask you a question, Christine. It was very critical. How much did Doc drink when he was with you?
Is she got
Now,
a good
see?
sense of humor or what? I told you,
Now, see?
this woman is not dumb. Believe me,
This
she is not
man
dumb.
never confessed to being he was you know, that he never confessed of drinking at all, but I knew. She said, oh, about a fifth a day.
Yeah, but you know what she said. Yeah, but usually not before 10 o'clock in the morning. Jeez, that's real nice, you know.
And I said,
I had to laugh
uh-oh,
at that one. That was
there
funny.
goes that myth of a wonderful stepdad. She said he was good and he was bad. Well, I can imagine the bad part.
No, wait a minute. If you remember what she said, the good times and bad times, those might have been her bad times, too. You know?
Yeah, right.
Let's not start dredging up stuff that might smell bad. In there.
Right.
So anyway, getting back to, what was that subject again?
A
Yes.
moment of truth.
Yes.
I thought it was wonderful, and you didn't even get up and hit me. And after they left, you never said a word to me. It was okay. Oh, you told me she was probably kidding, and I thought, oh yeah, right. See,
Well,
he's
listen,
a good guy.
You got up and left, right?
Yeah, I left.
And the reason that I was going to Christine like, and so when he finally did leave, guess what? She gave me a big hug, and then I said, Shirley, give
She
me a
gave
big
you a
hug.
hug.
Right,
Well, I bet all these
so,
years
there were two
she's wanted.
insincere hugs of my life. I really loved them, but anytime I'll take any kind of a hug I can get these days. As long as it's female, I don't play around.
And I'll bet she's wished for years she could just stand up to you and tell you just how much you drank when you were her stepdad.
I know.
And she may even exaggerated it just a tiny bit.
Well,
But I'll bet you that
I'm
made
gonna
her day.
I'm going to make one comment, okay?
And I knew it. It was a moment of truth. It was wonderful.
This woman
And this man,
this
he
woman
took
has never,
it.